Yo, what's up guys? Mike Red Fox. I might have messed up on this one. In this video, we're going to check out this 6-card 3070 Ti rig, which you can tell is really rusted on many of the GPUs. They seem to get worse as they go down. You can see the ports are rusted here. Power supply has rust on it. And then inside the cards, I'm pretty sure that is not supposed to be that color. Could be wrong, but I guess we'll have to open them up, maybe check it out. I'm really not sure what we're looking at here. It's all in a server case. I'll talk a little bit about what I think happened, but let me get the camera set up and we're gonna start opening this thing up. I want to see something real sad before we dive into this. Look at, this is the rig in HiveOS. Look at that, offline. 226 days it's been offline since September 16th. 2022, so that is either the day of the merge or shortly after I turned this off, and you can see the 6 3070 Ti's in there, and enough's enough. Let's start diving into this. So what I think has happened is one of two things. So this server case was on the bottom shelf in the garage, closest to the intake, which is an open screen door. And it's possible that the exhaust fan had pulled in some moisture on a rainy day or something like that, and it wicked up into the server case. One possibility, though every other rig out there is completely fine with no signs of corrosion or moisture, at least that I've seen so far. And these fans on here, I believe I set them to pull air in this way, these fans. So it would make sense that air is getting pulled in the back and then pushed out the front, though they could also be pushing the other way. I can't remember what I wound up doing on this. I guess maybe we'll find out in this video if this gets powered on. The second thing that's possible is Red Fox Jr. likes to play with water. And he was mopping around the garage one day around here, and it's possible some of that wicked up onto this server case as well, because it was only maybe this much off the floor on its shelf. Though the rig right on top of it, which is literally placed on top of this, is totally fine. So I don't know. It'll probably remain a mystery. But let's take a look inside. I'm definitely a little nervous. This is a lot of money in GPUs. Okay, first glance, we're looking all right. Nothing earth-shattering over here. You can see the 2 MSIs, 2 Zotacs, and 2 EVGAs, and then the power supply. So nothing glaringly obvious. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off the GPU that seems to be in the best shape, which is on this side, and then we'll take out the GPU that seems to be in the worst shape, which is over here. All the cables and everything look good. Man, I haven't had this open in so long. So let's get this 3070 Ti out. We'll take a look. There it is right there. Looks okay, just looks dusty, really. Starting to feel a little bit better about this. Let me switch up cameras so you guys can check out the front. Here's that EVGA card, 3070 Ti, right there. There's the plate of it, which looks okay. Yeah, nothing really concerning with this one other than it's just really dirty. Looking in the bottom of the server case looks all right too. So maybe this is in better shape than I thought. Well, we'll keep going here. Let's take out what seems to be the worst card, which is this MSI 3070 Ti. And I kind of really never liked this rig because the temperatures ridiculous mining Ethereum on this of the memory. So let's check this one out. Switch back to the overhead. Taking it out now. It's definitely much dirtier around the fans here. A lot of stuff, soot and stuff just on there. Definitely rusty on that plate there. Not looking so great. Inside of the card seems all right. Nothing I'm super concerned about there. Some gonna be hard to see, but it looks like there's some corrosion on, I guess this is the aluminum on the cooler. So maybe this is one we're gonna take a close look at. Let me switch back over so you guys can see it from the front. So not in the worst shape, but you can see dirt, stuff in there. And then you can see what you saw in the close-up in the beginning of the video right there. And then the other part I'm a little concerned about is there's some corrosion and stuff. I don't want to be able to see, but right in there. So I think this might be one we're going to take a closer look at, but what I want to do is just get them all out because I want to see the condition of the actual case itself. So let's do that right now. So I'm going to take out the one next to that. But I was kind of scared. I thought this was going to be way worse shape than it is, though I guess there still remains to be seen what else is happening in here. Oh, man. These things had to have the worst possible airflow. Look at that. That is just disgusting. Man, I wonder why. I guess it's just the server cases, man. They pull in so much to keep the cards cool, which is great for these GDDR6X cards mining Ethereum or really any memory hard algorithm, because it kept them so cool without having to replace pads or anything. But this just brought in so much dirt. So as we go down here, the cards are looking better and better. Less rust, more just disgustingness. So let's keep checking these out. And then that'd be cool. Maybe I get these cleaned up and get this up and mining faster than I thought. Because this server case is great. It's a Mineshop server case. I'll leave a link down in the description to it. It's just one of those, like, you know, all-in-one, just plug in GPUs and go. So there's that Zotac. Again, not horrible. Not horrible at all. Besides it being, you know, a Zotac card. All right, last one. And then I'm going to take a look at this motherboard. So I'll get this EVGA out. Let's see. Definitely feeling it. All the dirt and stuff all over my fingers. Okay. A little more like, I don't know if that's just dirt or, no, there's rust. So this one you can see there's rust. It's going to be hard to see on camera. But you can see the fins on the coolers behind the fans. There's rust on there. And then some like oxidation that's happening on there. I don't know what that does to the performance of the card. If anything, the PCB looks all right. And I guess really, like, I'm just going to mine these into the ground is the plan. So taking a look inside the actual case itself, get all these cables out of the way. Motherboard looks to be in good shape. The only place that I really see rust externally is on the Ethernet ports, which are right here. And I guess the next thing I want to take a look at is going to be this power supply. So let me take that out. I'm not going to take it apart. It's one of those like Bitcoin power supplies. But I definitely want to take a look because that needs to be super safe. So let's see if that releases this. Nope. Yeah, I think here we go. All right, taking a look at this. I mean, I wish it was in better shape, but it's not bad. It just looks like maybe on the fan guard. And then there's oxidation all down here. But hopefully it works. So we're going to check that out. Let's see, we got CPU, very dirty on the cooler. But other than that, at least with the lighting I have right now, I don't see anything else to be majorly concerned about, which is great. That's really great news. So let's do this. I'm going to take that MSI, just like the nastiest GPU that was in here, and I'm going to get it cleaned up, and we'll take a look at the insides and make sure everything's looking pretty good. You know, as I'm taking a closer look at this card, there's definitely some rust happening. I can see the screws that hold the fans in are rusted, every single one, and then some of the parts on the cooler are rusted as well. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on video there, but we'll take a look as I take this apart. I've never taken this card apart before, so we're just going to wing it as we go. Try to keep track of the screws here. Cool. Hopefully they work okay. I've never had cards rust on me before. I've always had my cards actually in a really good environment in the basement where I am right now, and then I moved everything out into the garage back in the late summer last year. And I was thinking about like humidity and moisture, but I had an exhaust fan out there pulling everything out. And then I probably should have kept track of what screws go where. But that's what we have the video for, so I can rewatch it. I was concerned about moisture. I was thinking about running a dehumidifier, but the humidity level was really low. Not really low. It was like acceptable for having electronics out there, so I never really was too concerned about it. But here we are, and I still am not 100% sure what happened to these cards. You know, it's weird because all the other rigs are totally fine, even the ones that sat directly on top of it, which I'm not trying to blame the guy, but starts to get me think that Junior maybe had something to do with it. And maybe, because like I'm also like, did this happen 200 whatever 26 days ago? All right, I think that's all the screws on the back. Or did this happen somewhere recently while the rig was offline? I'm not really sure. So, okay, so I think that's all the screws for this thing. And we got a cable here. So we got that unplugged. It's got some thermal pads on the back. So that's the back plate. So everything so far is looking good there. I don't see any concerns underneath the back plate here. So feeling pretty good about that. Let me see what else I can take apart here. Let me see if I get this plate off. I guess the good news is, even though these screws look rusted, they're moving. So they're coming out. Try to keep track of these best I can. And then ultimately, I think I'm going to figure out how to clean these up best and then get them back up and mining again. Though I am not sure, besides the alcohol that I have on hand, what the best way to clean these are. So we'll try some things, but if you got any recommendations, let me know down in the comments section below. What is this part? I don't know what this is. Guess we should do the GPU itself. So let's do that. Do not follow this if you're trying to take apart the same GPU, because I'm absolutely just winging this thing. This is certainly not the right way to be doing this, because the tension on these is ridiculous. Oh man, that shouldn't have came out next. I missed something here. What else? Should I do all the ones behind the fans? Oh, do I really have to take all the fans out? There's some screws here. Let's do these. This feels promising. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. In the past, I would have looked up like, you know, take apart for this. Found in somebody else's YouTube video. Went in a little more confidently. Not today. Oh, there's just screws in here. That one's got rust on it. There's a screw in there too. How am I supposed to get to that? Is there a screw here behind all this dirt? Maybe I have to take this off. There's a lot of different size screws here. I don't like that, because I'm not going to remember how any of these go back. I guess I could always look at the other card. I have an identical one. I hope you guys are having fun. Okay. Man, every screw is a different size on this thing. I don't know what that was. So you can see, God, it's still probably hard to see, but this right here is all oxidized. I think there's a screw in here, yeah. Which I think is just fine. Some of it's a little green, a little corrosion. But that's just the cooler. It's not like an electronic component of this card. So I don't know what this is. What is this thing? What am I missing to get this thing apart? Let those screws out. Those screws out. Oh, there we go. Just need to give it a little tug. Okay, what do we got here? Some cables back here. Easy to remove. Some cables here. Harder to remove. Nah, these are fine. This is one of those locking ones. Let's see. Oh, got it. Okay, let's take a look first at the PCB itself, the arguably the most important part of this whole thing. And it looks, what is this? I don't know what this part is. It looks good. It just looks dirty. It looks pretty good, which is really good news. Even ports look good. You already saw the back. Everything looks solid on this. It's just dirty. Yeah, I'm stoked on that. Okay, so that's good. Here's the really bad port plate thing. That looks disgusting. Clean that up. And then cooler itself and the part that touches the PCB looks really good. Again, just gonna clean it up a little bit and I'll re-thermal paste the actual GPU since I cracked it open, but this looks good too. I think it's just here. And then some of the screws behind the fans, but honestly, I don't know if it's even worth my time because they're not functionally doing anything electronically. And the fans are spinning and that's just metal of the cooler. But if you think I should be doing something different, please let me know down in the comment section below. But let's do this. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to clean this card up. Just using some rubbing alcohol. At least the parts that I have open right now. I'm not gonna worry too much about underneath the fans and see how clean I can get this port plate. And then I'm gonna put this thing back together and we'll test out that it works. GPU's cleaned up the best I could. I'm not trying to go nuts on this because I don't know if it's even gonna work. But you can see plate there, still a good amount of rust on it, though all the like soot and stuff has come off. And then looking decent enough there. And then some of the like corrosion and stuff on the cooler itself and the fins on there actually came off pretty easy. I just need to get like really in all the nooks and crannies of the card to get it really clean. But I'm just don't really feel like doing that because I want to see if it works. And we're gonna do that right now. 3, 2, 1, power. Okay, looking good so far. Fans are spinning, RGB is up. So I want to get this booted into Windows. We'll make sure it's recognized, and then I want to get it into HiveOS and start mining. There it is in Windows, RTX 3070 Ti. Let's start mining with it. Up in HiveOS, and everything's looking really good, which I'm stoked on. So I'm mining Radiant, you can see on the screen here, over on Zergpool to get paid out in Bitcoin. And the performance looks really good for the quick overclocks I've done on this so far. 753 mega hash for measured inline over PCIe for 68 watts on this 3070 Ti. And then the temperatures look great too, which is fine because this algorithm really doesn't test the GPU all that much, but you can still see 38 degrees Celsius and 41 degrees Celsius reported for both the GPU itself and then the memory VRAM temps inside of there too. So thankfully, at least this is the worst card. Everything seems to be okay, which gives me good feelings inside that the rest of the GPUs are gonna be just fine too, though it's a little bit of a heartbreaker to see how bad of a condition it got to, unknowing to me. And it's still not great. There's still stuff I'd love to clean up. It's probably a good time to invest in one of those like sonic cleaners for some of these GPUs. But if you have any recommendations for me, let me know down in the comment section below. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you did. Sub to the channel for more GPU, FPGA, and ASIC mining content. Join my Discord if you want to chat. Links down in the description, along with all my social media links. And as always, please take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next video.